Hey guys, welcome back to the channel NEET Biology Expert and Dr. Barveen. In this lecture series, we are studying class 12 biology chapter human reproduction in detail. So as a continuation of our previous lectures in this particular lesson, let's learn about the most interesting thing in the human reproduction, that is the menstrual cycle or reproductive cycle. Fine. So this is a very important topic in human reproduction chapter, and we have to learn this in detail, every nook and corner of this menstrual cycle. Fine. Let's get started. So what is menstrual cycle and when it occurs and to whom it occurs? Menstrual cycle is also called as reproductive cycle. This reproductive cycle occurs in the female primates. So what are primates? Here the female primates include human beings. Okay, so it occurs for the women human beings and for the monkeys, apes, chimpanzees, gorilla, orangutans, unlike these primates. Okay, so all these together we call as primates. So menstrual cycle occurs in the female primates, and we have studied previously something called estrous cycle or oestrus cycle that occurs in the other animals, that is completely different from the reproductive cycle. Fine. This in this menstrual cycle, when the menstruation begins, when a woman or a girl attains a puberty, and from that first month she will start menstruating. Okay, so the first menstruation which begins at puberty in a girl or a woman is called as menarche. Okay, so what is menarche? Menarche is the first menstrual cycle which begins in a girl after she attains puberty. Almost it starts in 11 years and maximum it will be in 15 years for some girls. Okay, so within in this age group 11 to 15 years she will attain puberty and her first menstrual cycle starts. So that is called menarche. Okay, here the menstrual cycle has a duration. For example, every month we have 30 or 31 days. Okay, this menstrual cycle also has a duration. So how many days? It occurs every 28 or 29 days. Here not 30 or 31. Okay, but this is, see, whenever we study about menstrual cycle, it has many days or many phases like this. Okay, these days we study in the menstrual cycle are general thing. Okay, and here for many women now, because of the hormonal imbalance due to the lifestyle changes or some other health issues, their menstrual cycle always has an extended date or a reduced date. Okay, so we are not going to study all this, we are going to study in normal generally what happens. So accordingly the menstrual cycle occurs once in every 28 to 29 days in a female. And when it occurs during the reproductive age of a female from the menarche to the menopause, except during pregnancy. So for example, around 11 to 12 years. Suppose in 12 years the girl is attaining puberty. Okay, so this is what we called as menarche. And from the menarche till the menopause occurs usually around 45 to 50 or 52 years. Okay, suppose we say 52 years, right? So here occurs menopause. So what is menopause? Menopause is the period where this menstrual cycle stops because they have less or no hormone in their female reproductive tract. Okay, so that does not support ovulation. So this is called menopause. Okay, this period from menarche to menopause, during this period, during this age group, a female is having active reproductive phase. During this period only she can give birth to babies. So in this period every month she will be menstruating. Okay, she will have periods. So this stage is called as menstrual cycle, except during pregnancy. Suppose if she is pregnant, those days she will not have menstrual cycle. Okay, so except during pregnancy, from menarche to menopause, a female will have this menstrual cycle during her active reproductive life. Okay. So let's learn about what is the definition for menstrual cycle. It is a cycle of events starting from one menstrual period till the next period is called menstrual cycle. What do you mean by here? Cycle of events. For example, see, if this is a calendar, okay, calendar of 28 to 29 days period. Okay, suppose a woman is having here menstrual cycle or menses. She's having menses or periods in one particular date. Okay, and after this particular date, she will have some changes in her endometrium and also in her uterus, like this, like this, like this. Okay, and till from day one of her menses till this stages develops and goes through several stages, and again it ends in the 29th day, and again on the first day she will again start having menstruation. Okay, so this cyclic changes is called as menstrual cycle. This cycle occurs in a woman every month. Okay, that's what is called as menstrual cycle. This is what we are going to study in detail. And what happens during this menstrual cycle? There occurs some changes in the endometrium. You know endometrium. What is endometrium? If this is the uterus, okay, this inside wall of the uterine cavity is called endometrium, where the implantation occurs. So this endometrium is getting prepared. The uterus is getting prepared if she becomes pregnant, if the baby is going to develop inside. So all these changes occurs during this menstrual cycle every month, expecting a baby is going to be developed in that uterus. Okay, so that is the what happens during the menstrual cycle. So cyclic menstruation is an indicator of normal reproductive phase. Okay, so if she is menstruating, she is having periods, it indicates she is a healthy woman and she is in the active reproducing phase. Okay, so during menstrual cycle, ovum is released at the middle of the each cycle. So I told you menstrual cycle duration is generally 28 to 29 days. Suppose if it is 28 days, mid of the cycle means around exactly 14th day, not also around, exactly on the 14th day. What happened? The ovary releases one secondary oocyte, that is one egg is produced, so that is called ovulation. Okay, so exactly on the 14th day, that is the middle of the menstrual cycle, secondary oocyte is released, that is called ovulation. See here, ovum is not released in the oocyte, instead secondary oocyte is released in the ovulation. So this is very important. So when the ovum is formed, after the sperm comes and does fertilization, only ovum develops. This we studied in the oogenesis, right? So these thing happens during the menstrual cycle. This menstrual cycle has two cycle within that. Okay, so two cycle happens together simultaneously, which we call as a single word, that is menstrual cycle. Okay, so what are the two cycles? The first one is called ovarian cycle, the second one is called uterus cycle. Ovarian cycle means there occur some changes in the ovaries, and uterus cycle means there occur some changes in the uterus, oviduct and vagina. So what is oviduct? The other name for oviduct is fallopian tube. Fallopian tube. Okay, so these changes in the ovaries and uterus, they occurs together, that we call as menstrual cycle. Okay, so let us understand some basic concepts. What happens, what is the thing happening exactly in the menstrual cycle. Okay, so this menstrual cycle is completely under the hormonal control. So when we studied in oogenesis, we know that something called primordial germ cells, which is present in the embryonic life of a baby girl. Okay, this primordial germ cells, they become primary follicles. Okay, this primary follicles, around 2 million primary follicles are present in each ovary, in a female baby before birth itself. It develops during her intra-embryonic life. And when the baby is born, also she will be having 2 million primary follicles in her each ovary. So until she attains puberty, okay. So by the time she attains puberty, she will be having only 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicles only. So during these times, what happened? These follicles get degenerated. That is called atresia. All this we learned previously. Okay. Now, when she attained puberty, how puberty is happening? That is because of the hormones. So what happens in this condition? When the hormone is produced from the hypothalamus. What is hypothalamus? This is a region in the brain. Okay, hypothalamus. Okay, this hypothalamus secrete a hormone called gonadotrophin releasing hormone. This go and induces anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary. So as a response for that, the anterior pituitary secretes two types of hormones called follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Okay. This follicle stimulating hormone directly goes to the follicle and it starts maturing this follicle. Okay. So because of this, one egg or one immature ovum is produced every month. Okay. So majorly follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone plays a very important role in the menstrual cycle. This is what happened. Understand? So this is the basic thing happening. So here it involves ovarian cycle and uterus cycle. Fine. So what we are going to study in detail about the menstrual cycle is all about this picture only. Okay. So if you understand this picture in detail which is given in your book, it is very easy for you to understand the menstrual cycle. No need of just going through the theory part also. Okay. So let us see what is actually present in this picture. See, this picture has 4 important things. So this is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. So 4 things which occur simultaneously in a female reproductive system are together given in this picture. Okay, so the first one is this one. What is this? This is hypothalamus and anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary. Okay, so here hypothalamus is present. It produces the hormone gonadotrophin releasing hormone which induces the anterior pituitary. This green one is anterior pituitary, just below the hypothalamus. Then they start secreting the hormone, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. This follicle stimulating hormone acts on the primordial follicle and it slowly develops the primordial follicle into a mature Graafian follicle and it releases the egg. Okay, so during this time some hormonal changes occurs and there occurs major difference in the endometrium of a female uterus. Okay, so this is the endometrium changes. So if you understand all these changes, whatever happening together in the different stages of the menstrual cycle, it is very easy for you to study this menstrual cycle topic. Okay, so we are going to deal in detail this each stages and what are the steps which occurs in the stages in this lesson, right? Okay, so here some students they have some confusion. What does this picture exactly mean? See, like this something is there. What is this exactly? Some people will have this confusion. This is the endometrium. What is endometrium? Look at this picture. Endometrium is the lining of the uterus. So in the uterus, this red wala is there, no? So this is the endometrium. Endometrium is the interior lining of the uterus. The uterus has 3 lining. The inner lining is called, inner wall of the uterus is called endometrium, where if an egg is fertilized, they come and gets implanted. So from there only the baby is going to develop, right? So this endometrium is very important part in a uterus. So this endometrium in the side view is this one. Okay. So this is the wall of the endometrium and these are the blood vessels which is present in the endometrium, arteries and veins like this. So during menstrual cycle, the endometrium size, it shrinks, then it increases, it gets thickened, then again it shrinks, like this, some changes occurs. Okay, so that is what is given in this picture. Clear? Fine. So let us see about the menstrual cycle. This menstrual cycle has four important phases. Phases means this is stages. Okay, it occurs in four important stages. The first stage is called menstrual stage or bleeding stage. So during this time, a woman will have bleeding, the periods. This generally we called as periods or the menses. So this is the first phase. The second phase is called follicular or proliferative phase. Third phase is called ovulatory phase. During this time only ovulation, that is egg gets released. This is called ovulatory phase. And the fourth one is luteal or secretory phase. So these four stages occurs every month in a duration of 20 to 29 days in a woman. Okay. So after the fourth stage, again the first stage comes. Again it comes. So like this every month happens. Okay. So this is called menstrual cycle. It occurs in a cycle. Right. So let us learn every cycle stages in detail. So the first one is called the menstrual phase or the bleeding phase. So why this happens and how it happens and what happens during this time. So this cycle starts with the menstrual phase, which lasts for about 3 to 5 days. For example, we know that this occurs in a duration of 28 to 29 days. This menstrual cycle occurs. Okay. So from the day 1 till day 5. Okay. A woman will have bleeding. She will have bleeding. This is called menses. Okay. So when she starts bleeding from the vagina, that is her first day of menstrual cycle. She can calculate that. Okay. So this occurs for some people 3 days, 1, 2, 3, or for some people 4th and 5th day. So generally it is 3 to 5 days. Okay. So this is called the first stage where the menstrual flow occurs. So why it occurs? Because in her body there is a decline in the level of the hormone called progesterone and estrogen. What is progesterone? Progesterone is a hormone produced by corpus luteum. So you should know here what is corpus luteum. So look at this picture here. After the Graafian follicles release the egg, it becomes another structure called corpus luteum. So this corpus luteum is a temporary endocrine gland. They secrete a hormone called progesterone. Okay, progesterone. This progesterone level is decreased after 28th days. That means around the first day, second day, third day. So during these days, the progesterone level is decreased. So when the progesterone level is decreased and the estrogen level also decreased, the endometrium degenerates. The interior lining of the uterus, the endometrium, degenerates and it starts the menstrual flow. Okay. So you should understand here why the bleeding occurs. Because two hormone level is reduced. What are they? Progesterone and estrogen. Progesterone is produced by corpus luteum and estrogen is produced by follicles. Understand? Then this endometrium degenerates and menstrual flow begins. And what is present in this menstrual flow? The menstrual flow is due to the breakdown of the endometrium lining of the uterus, blood vessels, which forms the liquid that comes out through the vagina. So the endometrium gets ruptured and all the blood vessels, these arteries, they get bleed out. So that's why the bleeding is coming. Understand? Okay. How much blood will come out in a woman during the menstrual cycle? So around 40 to 80 ml blood loss will be there in every month. Okay. So around 20 ml per day. Understand? So these are the basic things you should remember. So here the menstruation occurs only if the released ovum is not fertilized. This is important. Okay. So here on the 14th day of a woman's menstrual cycle, what happens? One egg is released. This egg is coming out from the ovary, and it waits for the sperm. So when the sperm is there, fertilization occurs. If the sperm is not there, fertilization does not occur, then again the menstrual cycle repeats. Okay, so menstruation occurs only if the egg is not fertilized. If it fertilized, then it become zygote and it go and implant in the uterus. Okay, so that is different here. So what is present in the menstrual flow? This is important. What is present in the blood? See, the woman is bleeding every month. What is present in that menstrual flow? It contains endometrium, the interior wall of the uterus, okay, that get ruptured, that get sheds out. So that endometrium secretions will be there, and it will have blood and also the unfertilized egg. Here, that is the secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte released by the Graafian follicle. This is released out. Understand? Right. So if there is no menstruation, it is an indicator of pregnancy. So if a woman is not menstruating, means that indicates that maybe she is pregnant. That means the released secondary oocyte is fertilized and it becomes ovum. Right. And here we should remember that not always whenever a girl is not menstruating means she is pregnant, because nowadays, because of lifestyle changes due to the stress and hormonal disorders and poor health condition, nutritional deficiency like anemia, this hormonal imbalance occurs. So that's why, for example, if 28 days or 29 days is the routine cycle period for a menstrual cycle, for some girls it won't occur regularly. She won't have a menstrual cycle every month. She will be having menstrual cycle after 3 months, 4 months, 1 in 5 months also. All these are some abnormal conditions. Okay, but generally we are studying about the normal conditions only in this menstrual cycle, right? So let us see what happens in this first phase in this picture. Okay, so this first phase is called menstrual phase. So what happens here? Look at this picture. This endometrium gets degenerated. So endometrium sheds. The tissues get degenerated, it sheds. So it comes out like a blood. So this is called period. Okay, so in this time what happens? The follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone will be low. Okay, and no active follicles development will not takes place, only the corpus albicans is present, and also the hormones, particularly estrogen and progesterone, is very low. So you can see in this picture this flat structure, these are the estrogen and progesterone. Because these hormones are low, only this menstrual shedding occurs. Okay, so this is very low, that's why the bleeding starts. So this is what happens exactly in the first phase. Let us see the second phase of the menstrual cycle, that is called follicular phase or proliferative phase. So far what happened for a woman, from the first day to fifth day she had bleeding because the endometrium sheds. Okay, so this is called first phase, menstrual phase. Now from the 6th day to 13th day, this is called the second phase, that is called follicular phase or the proliferative phase. It occurs from the 6th day to 13th day. What happens here? Okay, so it happens like for from the 6th day, the cycle until the time of the ovulation, what happens? The anterior pituitary secretes gonadotropins like follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. I told you earlier, no? So what happens? The hypothalamus, okay, they secrete gonadotropin releasing hormone. This induces the anterior pituitary. Then the anterior pituitary releases the gonadotropins. What are the gonadotropins? Follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone are the gonadotropins. So this induction production starts every month at the 6th day till 30th day. It starts at the 6th day. That takes to the second stage. Okay. right? So what happens in this after the hormone is produced? So after the follicle stimulating hormone produced, it stimulates the follicular development. The name itself shows its job. See, follicle stimulating hormone. Okay, so they get mixed with the blood and comes directly to the ovary. Why ovary? Because in the ovary only this primordial follicles are present. Okay, so this follicle stimulating hormone produced by the anterior pituitary, they mix with the blood and come and induces this primordial follicle. Okay, this primordial follicle now start multiplying or developing. So they become primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle into a mature Graafian follicle. Okay, so when these things happens, this happens from the 6th day to 13th day. So from the 6th day to 13th day, these things happen. So at the end of the 13th day, a mature Graafian follicle will be there, which is ready for ovulating on the 14th day, right? Okay. Now, when the Graafian follicle is matured, this Graafian follicle also releases a hormone called estrogen. This Graafian follicle releases a hormone called estrogen. What is the function of this estrogen? This estrogen comes and it thickens the endometrium. See here, what happens here? Previously during the menstrual phase, the endometrium was shed. Okay, it was not now in a complete structure. So this estrogen hormones comes and acts on the endometrial wall and it thickens the endometrium. It induces the cells in the endometrium to multiply fastly and makes the environment ready for the coming up ovum. Understand? Okay, so now here, look here. Follicle stimulating hormone stimulates the follicular development. The primary follicles in the ovary grows and become a mature Graafian follicle. The Graafian follicle secretes estrogen, right? So here the follicle development occurs in this phase. That's why this phase is called follicular phase. Clear? Now we have another name, proliferative phase. What is proliferation? Proliferation means multiplication. Multiplication, that too fast multiplication, is called proliferation. So what happens? The estrogen produced by the Graafian follicle, they proliferates or thickens the ruptured endometrium. The endometrium already ruptured in the menstrual cycle. Okay, now it is again reconstructing, it is getting thickening. How much? From 0 mm to till 3 mm. Up to 3 millimeter thickness will be developed. That is enhanced by the hormone estrogen. And also the mucous lining of the oviduct and vagina. So in the vagina or in the fallopian tubes, so there will be a mucous coating and a secondary sexual characters for the woman like breast enlargement. So all these things are induced by the hormone estrogen produced by the Graafian follicle. So why this thing is happening? Because this is preparing the endometrium, very much nutritious, very much supportive for the embryo to develop. Okay, right? Fine. So here, see, during this phase, the primary follicle in the ovaries grows and become the mature Graafian follicle, and so the follicle releases the estrogen, so that regenerates the endometrium. So all these changes occurs because of the two hormones. One hormone is called pituitary hormone, that is the follicle stimulating hormone which induce the follicles, and ovarian hormone. Here the ovarian hormone is estrogen, right? So because of the follicle stimulating hormone and estrogen, so this follicular phase occurs. And look at in this picture, see, in the first menstrual cycle, first phase, see this area, that means the endometrium walls become very thin, and from the second phase you could see the walls become thicker. Okay, and also this yellow color, this, what is this? Because the walls, cells of the endometrial walls get multiplied, because it is very much important for the implantation of the zygote. Okay, you can see here this yellow color are the cells of the endometrium wall that develops during the X phases. Okay. Now, let us learn what happens in the second phase, okay, with using this picture. Now, the second phase is called follicular phase. What happening? So, during which period it happens? It happens from the 5th day till 13th day. That means after 5th day, 6th day till 13th day. From 6th to 13th day is the follicular phase happening. So, during this time, what happens? The hormone level is increased. The follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone levels are increased. So they come and act, the follicle stimulating hormone come and acts on the ovaries. Okay. So it helps for the follicular development from the primordial to primary, primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary, tertiary to mature Graafian follicle. So these changes happening in the ovaries during this phase, right? Again, this matured Graafian follicle now release a hormone called estrogen. Release a hormone called estrogen. Okay, so that's why you see here. This is the second phase. The estrogen level increases. So because of the estrogen level, the endometrial lining becomes thickened. So initially you see it was very thin. Now it becomes thick and all the blood vessels also grow. So these are the changes occurs in all these levels. Okay, in the second. Now comes the third phase. The third phase is called ovulatory phase. So what happens during the ovulatory phase? So exactly the third phase occurs on the 14th day of a woman's menstrual cycle. Okay, so we know that it is for 28 days cycle, means what is the midday of this 28 day? 14th day, right? So at the 14th day, the Graafian follicle ruptures and releases one egg. So this is called ovulation. This occurs at the 14th day. Okay. So how it occurs? The luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, they attain its peak level in the mid of the cycle. That means at the 14th day, the FSH and LH get increased. It was started secreting in the second phase. Now it becomes peak level in the third phase. Okay. So particularly the LH luteinizing hormone level is at its maximum. This is called LH surge. Surge means very peak. Okay, so luteinizing hormone level is very high. That is called LH surge. So what happens? This luteinizing hormone acts here like a hammer. Hammer, you know, for a nail we use hammer. Yes. So like this hammer, this luteinizing hormone acts. It induces or breaks the Graafian follicle, matured Graafian follicle, so that the egg gets ruptured and released out. Okay, so luteinizing hormone induces the rupture of the Graafian follicle and releases the egg. That is called secondary oocyte from the ovary. This is called ovulation. Here you should remember what is coming out from the Graafian follicle. Secondary oocyte, not ovum. Okay, so ovum is produced after the fertilization by the sperm only, right? So this process is called ovulation. So let us see the ovulation in this picture. So see here at the picture on your right side, see here in the third phase, the thickening of the endometrium. So endometrium also gets thickened again. Okay, and here from the ovary you could see here one egg. The one egg has been released. Okay, right. So what happens here, particularly luteinizing hormone, LH hormone amount is more. You could see here the very peak. So this is called LH surge. LH amount is very peak. So this LH luteinizing hormone causes the mature Graafian follicle to rupture so that the eggs get released. Understand? So during this time, slowly the estrogen level decreases. That happens in the next stage. Okay. So here what happens here? Here comes the 14th day. This is the 14th day of ovulation. So you should remember 14th day of ovulation, the LH hormone surge occurs. So it acts on the Graafian follicle and helps in the rupturing and production of the egg. That is called ovulation. Okay, this is the major thing happens on the 14th day. This is only one day it occurs, just on the 14th day, right? From the 15th day, the cycle goes to the next stage. Understand? So the next phase is the fourth phase, that is luteal or secretory phase. So what is luteal phase? After ovulation, that means after the 14th day, okay, 14th day, during the luteal phase, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle is transformed into a transitory endocrine gland called corpus luteum. Okay, so here we should understand this with the help of this picture. Look at this picture. On the 14th day, ovulation finished. Okay, so ovulation occurs in the Graafian follicle. From the 15th day, what happens? This ovulation completed, ova is getting released out and it goes to the fallopian tube. It is doing some work. That is different. Inside the ovary, this ruptured Graafian follicle now becomes a structure called corpus luteum. Understand? This occurs on the 15th day. This corpus luteum is now act as a temporary endocrine gland. They secrete an hormone called progesterone. Progesterone is an important, very, very important hormone. This is called pregnancy hormone. Okay. What is the function of this progesterone? This progesterone, they helps to retain the endometrium complete, the interior wall. They support in many ways for the pregnancy. Okay, we will learn all this. So what I mean to say is, here the Graafian follicle, after rupturing and releasing the ovum, they become an yellow color structure. This is called corpus luteum. Understand? So this you learn from this picture. So see here, the corpus luteum is an endocrine, temporary endocrine gland only. So why it is called temporary endocrine gland? Because you see here, this occurs from the 15th day and it occurs till the 28th day. Okay, so exactly 14 days only this corpus luteum works. It acts as an endocrine gland and it produces progesterone hormone. So after that, it gets degenerated. That means it becomes another structure called corpus albicans and it gets degenerated. Understand? So the life period of corpus luteum is 14 days. Till 14 days after ovulation, till 14 days, the corpus luteum produces a progesterone and it supports many functioning for the pregnancy to occur. If pregnancy does not occur, then the corpus luteum ends its life. Understand? So the life cycle of a corpus luteum is 14 days. Fine? Lifespan. And another important thing is, this corpus luteum is peculiar, is only human. See, we have seen the menstrual cycle occurs in primates also, right? Monkey, apes, gorilla. In those animals, this corpus luteum does not develop, does not produced. Only in the female human, this corpus luteum is produced. This is a peculiar thing in the females, right? So the corpus luteum secretes large amount of progesterone, which is also called as pregnancy hormone. So what is the function of the progesterone? To maintain the endometrium ready for the pregnancy. So first it thickens the endometrium. See, after menstruation, when the menstruation occurs, the endometrium sheds. So at that time, the thickness of the endometrium is 0 millimeter. Okay. Then in the second phase, follicular stage, estrogen is produced by the Graafian follicle. This estrogen starts thickening the endometrium up to 3 millimeter. Right? And now in the third stage, this corpus luteum is producing the progesterone, which further thickens the endometrium, maximum up to 6 millimeter. So this is a very thick, good endometrium which facilitates the implantation. Clear? Now see here, what are the functions of the progesterone? The endometrium to attain maximum vascularity, thickness and softness, and to get ready for the implantation of the uterus, by the uterus, supports the pregnancy, right? These are the functions. And another important function is, it negative feedback controls the follicle stimulating hormone. See, just by the follicle stimulating hormone only, the primordial follicles grows and become one Graafian follicle and it ruptures one egg. Now one egg has been released in that month. Okay. And further, the induction of the follicular stimulating hormone should be stopped. Otherwise, again and again on the same month, next primordial follicle will grow and again it develops an egg. Okay. So in order to stop further production of the follicle stimulating hormone, this progesterone goes and give a negative feedback control. It stops the follicle stimulating hormone secretion. It says, okay, enough, stop. One egg has been released. Let us wait and to see whether it is implanted or whether it is fertilized. Okay, and if not, this corpus luteum will degenerate after 14th day, and again the follicle stimulating hormone starts to increase from the first day. Okay, so this is the cycle occurs, right? Fine. So if fertilization takes place, it paves the way for the implantation of the fertilized ovum. So when the fertilization occurs, the uterine wall secretes many nutritious fluid in the uterus for the growing fetus. So all these changes in the endometrium, uterus wall, everything occurs because of the hormone progesterone, right? Okay, see here, this luteal phase or secretory phase, this we call by two names. No, so what is the reason for this? We call the stage 4 as a luteal phase because here corpus luteum is produced. That's why it is called luteal phase. And we also call this as secretory phase because the corpus luteum produces progesterone, which secretes many things for the growing fetus if at all fertilization occurs, right? So that's why this is called secretory phase. Clear? So let us understand the fourth phase using this diagram. See here, in the fourth phase, the luteal phase, the egg is now ready. It becomes fertilized. They implant here and it grows into a baby, right? So during this stage, the luteinizing hormone, the level will be decreased. Only the corpus luteum will be there. They produce high amount of progesterone. So what is more now in the fourth phase? Progesterone is more. Understand? So this progesterone helps in the thickening of the endometrium up to 6 millimeter. So this is what happens in the fourth phase. Clear? Okay. Now, in the absence of fertilization, there is no fertilization occurs means what happens? The corpus luteum gets degenerated. That means at its 14th day. After the corpus luteum has been produced, from that day till the 14th day, okay, it has a life period. So on the 14th day of its life period, it gets degenerated and it becomes another structure called corpus albicans. This corpus luteum is yellow in color. Okay, and this corpus albicans, albicans means white. So this corpus albicans is white in color. So during this time, again the progesterone and the estrogen level becomes reduced. That means it will be around the 28th or 29th day. Okay, then again the cycle starts from its beginning. Understand? So it also initiates the disintegration of the endometrium, leading to the menstrual cycle to repeat again. So this is what happening on in the after the corpus luteum gets degenerated. Okay, so look here, the corpus luteum after its 14th day of lifespan, it becomes another structure called corpus albicans. This is white in color. So when the corpus albicans forms, it forms around 28th to 29th day. So during that time, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone decreased, particularly estrogen and progesterone gets very much decreased. So once estrogen and progesterone is very less means, then endometrium starts to degenerate. So again the cycle comes from here. Understand? So this is what happening in the menstrual cycle. Fine. So let us understand these phases of the menstrual cycle with this picture. Okay, so this is the menstrual phase. So the first stage is the menstrual phase, where the bleeding occurs in a woman. That occurs from her first day till 5th day. So here in this picture, the red wala. So the first day to 5th day, what happens? Bleeding, right? And the second stage is called follicular phase or proliferative phase. It occurs from the 6th day to 13th day. So this blue color, 6th day to till 13th day, this follicular phase occurs. Okay, so this thing occurs, and exactly the ovulation occurs on the 14th day. Exactly on the 14th day the ovulation occurs. Okay, and the fourth stage is the secretory or the luteal phase, which occurs from the 5th day to the 28th day. So here only the corpus luteum produces more progesterone, and after that it gets degenerated and become corpus albicans on around 27 or 28th day. So the progesterone estrogen level decreases, and again it gets onto the first day of the cycle. Okay, this is what happening. And here in this picture you see here on the 14th day is the ovulation. One secondary oocyte is released. Okay, and 2 days before that, that means around 12th and 13th day, and also 2 days after that, 15th and 16th day. So these 5 days are called as fertile window. Fertile window. So what do you mean by fertile window? So if a woman has sexual intercourse during these days, okay, of her menstrual cycle, she is having the more chance of getting pregnant. So this duration, that means ovulation occurs on the 14th day, 2 days before the ovulation and 2 days after the ovulation. This period is the fertile window period. So let us understand some important points what we have learned in this lesson. The first thing is, during pregnancy all the events of the menstrual cycle stops. So no menstruation occurs during pregnancy, right? And the second one, what is menarche? Menarche means puberty. So after the girl attains puberty, the very first month she is having the periods. No, so that first menstruation is called as menarche. These are all important points. Okay. And what is menopause? Menopause means the menstrual cycle stops at the age of 48 to 52 years. There will be a small variation in this. Okay, so this is an average year only, 48 to 52 years in a woman. So why this happens? Because during this time her estrogen level is very much reduced, so she could not able to ovulate or produce the babies. Okay, so that period is called menopause. Then what is ovulation? The Graafian follicle ruptures and release a secondary oocyte. This occurs on the 14th day, that is called ovulation, right? Then after Graafian follicles get ruptured, it transformed into corpus luteum. Corpus luteum produce the hormone progesterone. These are the some important points you should remember. Fine? Right. So let us quickly recap what we have learned so far in this menstrual cycle lesson. Okay, so this menstrual cycle, see, we have categorized as phase and what hormone is involved and what happens during that stage. Okay, so the first phase is called menstrual phase or the bleeding phase. It occurs from first day to 5th day. So this occurs because the progesterone and estrogen level is very less. So because of this, the endometrium get degenerated and bleeding occurs, that is menses occurs. And the second phase is called follicular phase or proliferative phase, which occurs from the 6th day to 13th day. So during this time, the pituitary secretes follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone acts on the follicles and convert the primordial follicle into mature Graafian follicle. So the mature Graafian follicle releases the enzyme estrogen. Estrogen thickens the endometrium. Clear? And the third phase is called ovulatory phase, which occurs on the 14th day. And during this time, the FSH and LH is in the peak level. The LH hormone is at most on its peak level, and which causes the ovulation. That means it causes the rupture of the Graafian follicle. And the fourth phase is called luteal phase or secretory phase. It starts from the 15th day till 28th day. So during this time, corpus luteum, whatever is left from the Graafian follicle is the corpus luteum. They become a temporary endocrine gland and secrete high level of progesterone. The function of the progesterone is to thicken the endometrium up to 6 millimeter, and it makes the endometrium and also the uterine gland ready for the pregnancy. If pregnancy does not occur, again the level of the estrogen and progesterone decreases. Again the cycle goes to the first phase. Understand? So this is what happens in the menstrual cycle. Clear? So I hope this lecture is clear for you. If you like this lecture, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to our channel NEET Biology Expert. Thank you.